Hi everyone, this insight is for Parashat Chukat Balak, Tammuz Tav Shin Pei. We're going to speak about the importance of the dibur, of the speech. Chachamim tell us, it says in the Torah, Vahi Adam lenefesh haya. A person's nefesh is from his speech. The Targum Onkelos calls it leruach memalela. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has elevated Adam, the person, from the animals by the power of speech. Not only that, the Sfarim HaKadoshim tell us that a person has been given an amount of words that he must and he can speak during his life. So if someone spends all his words at a very young age, he will just end his life because he has an amount of words that he's allowed to speak. And where do we learn this from? The Orot HaKodesh says, it's brought in Shir HaShirim, Shlomo HaMelech says, Nafshi yatse'a bedabero. My nefesh, my life comes out bediburo, with the dibur of a person. What kind of dibur we are talking about? Divrei hevel. Speech which is spoken in vain. Speech which is not needed. We are not talking about forbidden speech, like lashon hara, like sheker, lies, motzi shem ra. All that speech is not even counted, that's counted as a punishment. We're talking about words of vain. People who just speak for the sake of speaking. People who just love to have juicy talks and just talk about others for no reason whatsoever. All these words are counted. And unfortunately, if someone is not careful about his words, he is killing himself. Because every dibur, every word that comes out of his mouth are words that are counted and given to him with a limit. The Mishnah in Pirkei Avot says, Avtalion Omer, Hachamim hizaharu bedivrechem. Sages, be cautious with your words. Shema tahovu chovat galut v'tiglu limkom hamayim hara'im. It may cause you to be exiled and exiled to a place of evil waters. And another Mishnah in the same Perek says, Rabbi Shimon ben Rabban Gamliel Omer, Kol yamai gudalti ben hachachamim. All my life, I have been brought up amongst wise men. Velo matzati laguf tov ela shetika. And I haven't found anything tov, anything good, or more essential for the guf, for the well-being of a person than shetika, than silence. Because silence will give you a long life. Dibur will shorten your life. So why do people talk? People love to talk. When they find a friend, first thing it is to speak about somebody else. Did you hear this? Did you hear that? It's to give a news and to speak about things that we are not essential at all. Not essential speech. Those words are counted. But the Yetzer Hara knows exactly what to do. The Yetzer Hara wants us to fall into that pit of nafshi yatse'a bedabero. Your nefesh will come out with every dibur. The mashal has been told to us. This Yetzer Hara makes us believe that when we speak to a friend and we talk about somebody else, they love to listen to us. They will become our best friends because we talk to them. We tell them things that are not essential, that are futile, that are in vain. But that's the pleasure. That's why it's called juicy talk. And the mashal is, there was once a businessman, a wise man, and he went to a country very far in Africa. He got there and he brought with him his right-hand man. And he showed up as a big businessman, he rented a very big park. And he came and they asked him, what would you like to buy from here? He says, I want to buy all the monkeys that you have here in your city, in your town, in your country. And people stood online. And he promised them to give them $10 for every monkey that he buys. And everyone went, got the monkeys that they have, the monkeys from the forest, from wherever. And each one got paid $10 per monkey they brought. After a couple of days, people start bringing. They stopped. So he says, now I'm doubling the money. I'll give you $20 for every monkey that you will bring. They went again, searched for every monkeys. They went everywhere as far as they can to find those monkeys, and they came, sold him the monkeys for $20. When he saw that they didn't have any more monkeys, he says, well, I'm not going to double the money. I'm going to give you now, I'm going to pay you $50 for every monkey you bring me. And the people went everywhere, to every place to search for other monkeys they couldn't find. Because all the monkeys of the country were sold to him already, some for $10, most of them, and some for $20. But for $50, they couldn't find any. So the businessman, after 2-3 days, when he saw that nobody brought any merchandise, any monkey, he says, well, I have to leave and I have to go back to my country to run my business. I will leave here my right-hand man, and he will pay you $50 for every monkey you bring. I'll come back here in 2 weeks from now to see what has happened. So when he left, his right-hand man, he saw the people. They were all upset. They should have kept some of the monkeys to get $50 per monkey, but they sold them all. So he suggested to them, I have an idea. Why don't we do a business? I'll sell you back these monkeys for $35, and then we'll wait for my boss to come back, and you'll sell them back to him for $50. They said, yes, but really? He said, yeah, go, bring the money, find your savings that you have, borrow money, and come, I'll sell you from the hundreds of monkeys, the thousands that I have, I'll sell them to you for $35. Then when my boss will come back, he wants to pay now $50, you'll sell them back to him. So you'll make $15 per monkey. They all love the idea. And this one came, bought 100 monkeys, and this one came and bought 50 monkeys, and they borrowed money. They took all their savings and they went to invest in that business deal. The minute that right-hand man sold all the monkeys that he had in that park for $35, he disappeared and he never came back. And he left them with the debts, with all their savings gone, and with the monkeys in their hands. This is what the Yetzer Hara does to us in our life. He comes and he tells us, don't worry, I'm going to give you a reward. I'm going to pay you this much. And then you do tshuva. You said, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to give you a bigger reward. And at the end of the day, he promises us even life. But then he runs away and he leaves us with the debts, with the averot, with the things that we don't need in our life. Because he is a wise businessman. Going back to the speech, if speaking is bad for the nefesh, and if all these words that we say are counted, then how can we say all the tefillot? How can we say as much tehillim that we can say a day? How is it that we can say divrei Torah? Should I count my words and maybe stop speaking? Comes Rabbi Chaim Vital, Zechutot again alenu, and he says, this is what the pasuk in this parasha says. Zot Chukat Torah. This is the law of Torah. Asher tzivah Hashem, that Hashem commanded lemor, to say. When you speak the words of Torah, when you utter The words of Torah, of Tehillim, of Tfilah, of Divrei Torah, these words are not only counted in the words you were given for your life. On the contrary, they're bringing you even more life, because it says in Mishle, Ki hayim hem lemotzaehem. They are life to those who found them. The Gemara in Masechet Eruvin says, Ki hayim hem lemotzi'ehem bapeh. They are life to those who utter, who say those words. And on the contrary, when we say these words of Torah, we're getting our life even longer. Not Chas v'Shalom, our life. Let's be careful about speeches that are not essential, words which are not essential. Let's not speak about it. Let's not even talk about it. Let's talk about Torah. Let's talk about Divrei Kodesh. Let's use our mouth and our words in Zot Chukat HaTorah Asher Tziva Hashem Lemor. This is the Chok of Torah that Kadosh Baruch Hu commands us to say. Thank you very much. Have a good week. Shabbat Shalom
Hashem Tiri v'goyali Yilerutzor Yiraifi V'hegya libi lefunechu V'hegya libi lefunechu Hashem Tiri v'goyali Hashem Tiri v'goyali